Hey guys, Manny back here with another fragrance video review on the CascadeScents fragrance station, and this one of course is on the universally revered, often replicated, industry favorite, Green Irish Tweed. It's still officially springtime where I live, so I think it's more than appropriate to review this Green Creed classic. And without further ado, here's my full thoughts, and we might as well start off and go quickly through its presentation. Creed presentation is typically a mixed bag for me, and this stuff right here is no exception. Sprayer is always great, and it's nice that this generation of Creed bottles have caps that click into place, but shouldn't it not be loose whatsoever? Or maybe that's the next step for Creed because their bottle presentation only improves in small increments. When it comes to the box though, what you see is typically what you get. Sure, there's a classic elegance to it aesthetically, but to me it's definitely dated and it feels cheap, like it's borderline disposable. On the bottom you have the UPC and the batch number of course, and inside the box you got your standard Creed story card and slip. Yeah, not much else to say here. Oh wait, what is green and or Irish about this bottle? Anyone. I mean, the black opaque design looks super fine, and I would prefer it for something like a Ventus or something else that is not as specific with its name, but Green Irish Tweed, I need at least a green or gold cap or something, just saying. Moving on to the scent, what can I say? It has a classic green scent that's worthy of both designer and niche level replication. You can easily apply the phrase, often imitated but never duplicated, to Creed's Green Irish Tweed without a shadow of a doubt, as I feel like it is the superior blend. We're talking a powdery herbal accord in the opening consisting of French lemon verbena and Florentine iris, which is simply breathtaking. I don't want to speak in hyperbole, but it is. As the opening notes ease up minutes later, in comes that violet leaf, which adds a much needed authentic greenness to fulfill the name. Now as the opening and heart note scent cloud decreases, in comes that signature Creed ambergris with that sandalwood in the base as well. My interpretation of the scent overall is that the dominant opening and heart notes are like a fresh field of grass in the Irish countryside, while the sandalwood ambergris accord in the base is like a freshwater pond surrounded by woods up ahead. So the storytelling is super accurate in comparison to the name, and I'd expect nothing less from a Creed fragrance, but it's also unique for its time because of how simple and linear it is, unlike the more complicated powerhouses of the 1980s. Nevertheless, sometimes simple is superior, and I'd say that is the case for Green Irish Tweed. Now expanding on that in the performance category, the fact that you can still smell remnants of the opening notes well into the heart and base notes is really what makes Green Irish Tweed of high quality. We're talking 3 straight hours of straight greener vibes before a full dry down. That's about how long you have for projection as well, for about an arm's length, and it also has adequate sillage. In a warmer or temperature controlled environment, I get about 6 to 7 hours of staying power from this scent overall, and I don't think I can complain with that. One reapplication in the middle of my shift from this classic work fragrance, and I don't mind the reapplication process because it smells so good. Next category is versatility, and yes, I already mentioned work. Simple, safe, and pleasant enough for work, so there's not much else to say there. Also, despite its refined nature, it's energetic enough for youths of today in high school or college classrooms. But yeah, because it's somewhat flattering, I can see anyone using this for daytime happenings such as lunch dates or any kind of casual or formal social meetups. As far as seasons, definitely spring because of how right it feels with its greenness, but summer works too. So overall, Green Irish Tweed's a crazy versatile fragrance. Moving on to compliment factor, does Green Irish Tweed have it? Well, that depends on how desperately you want certain compliments. I get a decent amount of "you smell nice" type comments, but nothing too crazy, probably because of how common this type of scent is. But sometimes I just want to get on with my day and what errands I'm doing, and maybe not want to be bothered with those tasks, so I will reach for something subtle like Green Irish Tweed on those days. But when I do unexpectedly get those "you smell nices," I'll happily welcome them. And now we go to my final rating, and take into consideration that this is a 2016 take on Green Irish Tweed. Pros are overly apparent. It's super versatile, it contains high quality ingredients which leads to an amazing blend, it has decent performance for a greener aquatic type scent, and it has decent complement factor. Cons, however, are potentially purchase breakers for some. Like other Creeds, its DNA is easily imitated, and you may want something more complex at that price point. And although I think that there's value there for me, there's other expensive scents that I find are more worth every penny because they don't have a popular, cheaper alternative towards the Western masses. As a result, I'm giving Green Irish Tweed a 4 out of 5 star rating. If it's hard for me to objectively tell you if there's complete value there in its MSRP or not, then I gotta take off points for that. That being said, on scent alone, it's still A+, and it's vastly superior than any of its pretenders that it leaves in its wake. I'd also like to say that Green Irish Tweed pretty much got the ball rolling for what we know Creed as today, so for that too, I think it deserves all the hype that it gets. There it is, guys. That about does it for my review of Creed's Green Irish Tweed. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet for more great fragrance content. And tell me in the comments section below what your thoughts are on Green Irish Tweed and if you agree or disagree with me or not. Also, leave me some suggestions on which fragrances I should review in the future, and hopefully I'll get to them. For now, that about does it for me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care, guys. Bye.